the middle to his tight end, Eric Johnson, who they will plan to feature a lot today. Let's go to Los Angeles and check in for a game break with JB.
You push the red button and keep you up to date with all the latest scores on our interactive service.
JB, so the comeback player of the year in the NFL, Tommy Maddox leads the comeback. This is Kevin Barlow. And Barlow is out of bounds with a first down. We have not even shown you the faces of the players who are stuffed into those helmets. And now you get to look at them. A couple of Pro Bowlers in the middle and a rookie, a 7th-round pick, Eric Heitman. Ron Stone and Scott Gregg, a couple of ex-Giants, the backs and receivers. You just saw Kevin Barlow. He splits the work with Hurst. Beasley, a terrific fullback. Owens, Ty Streets, and Eric Johnson, the tight end, who they will keep busy today. 3 wide receivers on first down, and it's Barlow. So they spread him out and run the ball with Barlow. And a gain of 4 on the play. Defensively, 3 straight weeks up front, the group has held 3 very good running backs to small days. Emmitt Smith, 11 carries, 32 yards. Edgerrin James, 10 carries, 13 yards. And Staley only had 28 last week. The defensive backs, they love their corners. Peterson and Will Allen. Stoudemire was in the face quite a bit of Terrell Owens in that first meeting at Giant Stadium. Second and 7. There's Garcia stepping up. And off the hands of Garrison Hurst. 3rd down coming up.
One of the things about Garrison Hurst is that they trust Garcia actually likes Kevin Barlow, the other back, a little bit more as a wide receiver. But in talking with Tom Rathman, the running back coach, Garcia is just so much smarter in picking up the protections, and that is their first priority.
Yeah, but I would say that because the Giants do not rely heavily on the blitz, they should then get Barlow in that game in the 3 wide set so that he can be more of a threat as a receiver. I don't know that they're going to need Hurst's skills as a blocker as much in this game.
The best this season on 3rd down, penalty flag before the play. Not only the best this season, but the 2nd best ever. Ron Winter is our referee today.
False start. Number 81 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
I know, Troy, you love that when wide receivers start too soon.
Yeah, I love it a lot. I used to have a lot of fun with it when I was playing. I just don't understand a wide receiver jumping off sides. All I got to do is look down at the ball, and it must be harder than I think. Chris, is it?
It really is, and because we're so focused on trying to make you glory quarterbacks look good that sometimes we lose our focus.
3rd and 12. With pressure, Beasley on the catch and forced out of bounds way short of a first down by Peterson. Time to punt. Let's go down to Pam Oliver.
All right, Joe Buck, we got a minor situation down here. Jeremy Shockey getting a lot of attention even when he's not on the field. Seems that a cup of ice was thrown by Shockey. He threw it over his shoulder and it came close enough to hitting some fans. A police officer had to come down to get between Shockey and the crowd, and they're trying to settle down the crowd now. The Giants PR staff and the Giants security staff is on it right now, but Shockey seems to be totally out of his game right now. Even though he is on the bench, you can see he's frustrated, he's mad, and the situation's getting out of control before they've had an opportunity to do something on the field. Back to you.
All right, Pam, Delvin Joyce on the return. Got it up to the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 36. That's where the Giants will take over, down by 7.
At London Crown Court this morning, ex-England football captain Danny Meehan was jailed for 3 years.
Danny Meehan was one of football's best, but threw it all away. Now he's been given an offer.
Not dangerous, are you, Mr. Footballer?
He can't refuse.
I want you to train the team. Use your professional experience.
The Cons take on the Guards.
That dude is beyond mental.
Vinnie Jones.
You miss me?
Jason Stratham. From the producers of Lock, Stock and Snatch, Mean Machine. Now showing on Sky Box Office.
14, 15, 16. 70, 71, 72. 100. Put the fun back into driving. Corsa from Vauxhall.
Roxy wants it.
That's great. We'll be in touch.
You know, I'm not quite finished yet.
Velma has it.
You're the Velma Kelly.
But in a city where everyone loves a legend,
keep your paws off my lawyer.
There's only room for one. Renee Zellweger, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Richard Gere.
That's Chicago.
Chicago.
Hello, kiddies. I'm Alice Cooper, and school's out. You're watching NFL football on Sky Sports, and you better, because I know where you live.
As much as Jeremy Shockey scoffed at the newspaper reports detailing Julian Peterson talking about throwing Shockey off his game by being physical with him, keeping your hands on him down the entire field, throwing him around a little bit. A little incident on the sideline. It looks like Shockey's been bothered. And penalty flags on the play as Tiki Barber was brought down from behind. We haven't played too long today, but Shockey's been getting banged around.
This was the approach coming in, as you mentioned, Joe. They want to get physical with Jeremy Shockey. Every time he comes off the ball, they want guys hitting him. They've done a great job of that so far. And yeah, it's very frustrating for a player where you're not able to operate in space like Jeremy Shockey is accustomed to, but at the same time, this isn't anything new for him. He's been used to getting banged around.
Well, and this week in practice, as we'll take a look at the face mask penalty, the 49ers had a guy named Brian Jennings who was imitating Jeremy Shockey. And not only did he push off and shove and do all that, he was talking trash out there. He was telling Tony Parrish, you're a one-armed gimp, and I'm no Tony Gonzalez. You can't cover me. And so they would practice on the sort of trash talking that he was going to do.
Rumph lined up across from Shockey, and where does Kerry Collins look? Right at Shockey and Rumph, and another completion. Next weekend, with under 5 to go in the first quarter here, divisional playoff time, and we now know how it will stack up in the NFC as far as who plays when. Maybe these teams are finding out for the first time right now. You've got Atlanta at Philadelphia on Saturday night, and the winner of this game at Tampa Bay Sunday, the early game. 2nd down and 4. Tiki Barber gets to the 40, about 2 yards shy of a first down.
I really think the storyline that's developing here in the first quarter of this ball game is that the 49ers defensive front, they're winning the battle so far, and the Giants have been tremendous running the football last couple of weeks. Tiki Barber, career high over 200 yards last week against a great Philadelphia defense, and yet the front 7 for the 49ers are taking it to the Giants right now.
3rd and 2. Toss to Barber. Blocking in front of him, and a first down for the Giants. For the 3rd possession, the Giants have been able to move the ball into San Francisco territory, but so far they've been held off the scoreboard.
Well, the Giants coming in have been very concerned about Bryant Young in the interior defensive line getting pressure. So what they want to try to do when they run the football is get Tiki Barber to the outside, and they're hoping that when they start him on the outside sweeps, that it will create some cutback lanes, much like he had last week against Philadelphia. That time he was able to just stay out in the corner.
Again, Rumph is lined up across from Shockey at the top of your screen. That's right where Collins goes and overthrows him.
Well, a little bit of a bait that time by the 49ers. They made it look like it was going to be bump and run man-to-man coverage out on the outside with Rumph. And then Tony Parrish at the snap of the ball went sprinting over the top. As soon as he gets the release, Kerry Collins is thinking he might have a one-on-one situation, but you'll see Tony Parrish coming into the picture late, so if he'd laid it up, would have taken a pretty good shot.
Well, you can see the technique there by Mike Rumph and how he just got beat off the line. There are going to be very few occasions today where he is not getting safety help over the top.
On second down, the pass is complete to Toomer. And a first down inside the 20.
Yeah, that's Amani Toomer again on Ahmed Plummer, but the protection up front, this is something this offensive line does a great job of, is pass protection. They've gotten better as the year has gone along, and it's not coincidence that Kerry Collins in the last several weeks has improved throwing the football. And of course, when you got a guy like Amani Toomer on the other end of it, a big guy who's able to use his body to shield defenders, that helps.
3 wide receivers, and they hand the ball off to Barber. And there's nowhere to go.
Well, if Jeremy Shockey is wanting to have a big day today, the best thing that could happen to him is to have Amani Toomer catch a couple of balls early on. Because if Ahmed Plummer can't handle Amani Toomer by himself, now they're going to have to start to alternate their double coverage. Whether you take Toomer on the outside, whether you take Shockey on the inside, but Toomer has to make some plays in order to open up Shockey.
Yeah, and I think the Giants very much welcome this matchup against Amani Toomer and Ahmed Plummer.
They're at the top of the screen on 2nd and 9. Over the middle, the pass too high, and through the arms of Shockey.
Yeah, and Kerry Collins, I mean, he threw him a fastball right there, and sometimes you have to do that. I don't know that he did there, and sometimes when you start throwing the ball with that kind of velocity, the ball's going to come up. It's a very tough catch for Shockey right there. It's coming through defenders. He doesn't get a chance to really pick up the football until it's already on him. Of course, we saw the interception earlier, similar to that with Ron Dane.
Well, John Engelberger had a pretty good hold on him going across there, too, but that's a play Shockey needs to make.
This season, the lowest touchdown percentage in the NFL for the Giants. Inside the red zone. 3rd and 9. The pass is complete. And welcome back, says Kerry Collins, to Ron Dixon, and what a weekend for him to show up, missing the last 4 games after knee surgery.
Yeah, and that time they get Ahmed Plummer on Ron Dixon because they were rolling on the other side. And Dixon, what he brings to the table is he brings some speed, and you can see that Ahmed Plummer is respecting that, playing him soft, giving him the outside throw.
1st and goal. Flags as there was movement on the line. Looked like the left side of the offensive line, whether the guard Cyber to the tackle Pettigrew, started too soon.
False start. Number 77 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Luke Pettigrew.
Well, Troy, if you remember last week, the Giants started the same sort of way. They came down the field, threw an interception on their first possession, came back, dropped some center snaps and shotgun snaps. So they started each of the last 2 weeks a little shaky.
10th play of the drive with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. End zone over everyone. Toomer, the intended receiver.
Well, this time they split out Jeremy Shockey out wide as a wide receiver, and he's matched up again with Mike Rumph right here, and he runs a fade route, and he gets by him. Rumph lets him go. Of course, part of that is that he saw the ball being thrown, but at the same time, that's a matchup that favors Jeremy Shockey. Of course, we saw what happened last week when they tried putting a safety on him. Kerry Collins has got to see that and take advantage of it.
That was a matchup against Dawkins. 2nd and goal. Now they go up top to Toomer. Fights for the ball and has it for a touchdown.
Well, the Giants fans are here, but they're all in the cheap seats over there. But so far, Amani Toomer has just taken it to Ahmed Plummer, and Troy, that's been the key so far.
Well, this is good play calling by Jim Fossil. On the play before, they throw the fade. This time they throw the fade stop. Kerry Collins realizes Ahmed throws it on his back shoulder, and that's a very difficult play to defense for a corner.
last week. Ties the game. 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Amani Toomer grew up rooting for the San Francisco 49ers. Plays for the Giants and ties the game.
So join us on Saturday, yes, Saturday at 9:30 p.m. on Sky Sports Extra for the divisional playoff weekend. The NFL has published the following schedule. Saturday begins with the Steelers in Nashville to take on the Titans. That's followed by the Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles from Veterans Stadium. Then join us at 6 on Sunday, still on Sky Sports Extra. The winner of this game at the Buccaneers from Tampa. That's followed by a rerun of a great playoff game from last season, the Jets at the Raiders. Remember, we're the only channel to bring you all the playoff games live. And we speak about live, the New York Giants have now started to liven up a little bit.
Yeah, they proved they could move the ball against the San Francisco defense, which I always thought they could. The only big play is the one that Owens got with a touchdown. Other than that, the Giants are playing pretty well.
Yeah, they came out shaky, didn't they? And at one point we're starting to think, uh-oh, trouble here. And he was starting to feel as bad as I was feeling in the last game. But they've settled down now, and they've got themselves into this game. And you can see the balance of power shifting. Still early, but it's this one has the well. It's not going to be as good as the last game turned out. But I was going to say this could be a real close one.
In this game, if it stays a low-scoring, tight game, who does that favor?
I think it favors the Giants. The Giants used to low-scoring games, evident last week when they played the Philadelphia Eagles. Low-scoring game, they won the close. High-scoring San Francisco. The Giants not made to score a lot of points like San Fran.
Yeah, I think I would absolutely agree with that. I mean, and I think the Giants historically have been like that. The longer they keep it close, stick to within 4, 7 points, they feel happy. Fassel feels happy, and that team's used to being in that situation and coming back and taking it at the end. So.
And wouldn't you, as a visitor, want a low-scoring game?
Well, exactly, yeah. Keep the thing controlled, keep the lid on everything.
Retaping the ankles of Jeremy Shockey. The offense for the Giants just dominating time of possession. 11 minutes 45 seconds compared to the 49ers 2 minutes 57 seconds as the first quarter has only 18 seconds left in it. 7-7 game. Bryant will kick it away. Vinny Sutherland. Just re-signed, was with the 49ers a year ago, gets it out to the 28.
A couple of plays ago, Andre Carter got the best of Luke Pettigrew. Watch how Pettigrew gets him back. Yeah, Mike Tyson would have been proud of that one.
Deacon Jones move right there.
Wow. And that's what set up the touchdown pass. One way or another, Troy, on those quick throws, you got to get those guys' arms down. A lot of people like to chop the legs. Some people like to take the right hook.
Luke Pettigrew and the offensive line catching their breath, watching the defense go to work. Starting at their own 28 with 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the 49ers. Garcia steps up and throws it to no one in particular.
One of the main focuses for this Giants defensive line today is that they want to compress the pocket. Michael Strahan feels that Garcia watches him on the pass rush, that he makes a violent move to the outside, Garcia steps up. If he makes a violent move to the inside, Garcia likes to step up and then move around him to the outside. So he's going to try and bluff him a little bit, but mostly they just want to squeeze him and keep him in the pocket. Don't let him move around.
Second and 10. That's Hurst. And that's a pickup of 2. And that's the end of the first quarter. Today's game being produced by Richie Zients, directed by Artie Kempner. We move into the second quarter here in San Francisco. One spot remains in the next round of the playoffs. It's 7-7 after 1. The NFL on Fox continues after this.
I like to extract the filling.
I like to wolf it down.
I like it with chips.
I like 2 at a time, baby. Yeah! How do you eat yours?
beats me what she sees in him. Probably the same thing as you did, you snail.